ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, the Song of the Bee, text number 27. Sarvatma सर्वात्मा भावः अधिकृतः भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे विरहेण महाभाग महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। सर्वात्मभावो अधिकृतो भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे विरहेण महाभागा महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। सर्वात्मभावो अधिकृतो भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे विरहेण महाभागा महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। सर्वात्मभावो अधिकृतो भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे विरहेण महाभागा महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। बोलिए। सर्वात्मभावो अधिकृतो भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे विरहेण महाभागा महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। माताजी, सर्वात्मभावो अधिकृतो भवतीनाम् अधोक्षजे महान् मे अनुग्रहः कृतः। सर्वात्मा whole-hearted, bhavah love, adhikritah claimed by right, bhavatinam by you, adokshaje for the transcendental Lord, virahena through this mood of separation, mahabhagah, O most glorious ones, mahan, great, may, to me, anugraha, mercy, krutaha, done. Translation and purport. You have rightfully claimed the privilege of unalloyed love for the transcendental Lord, O most glorious gopis. Indeed, by exhibiting your love for Krishna in separation from him, you have shown me great mercy. Purport. The gopis showed not only Uddhava but the whole world the joy of love of Godhead, and thus they bestowed their mercy on everyone. According to Sri Jiva Goswami, because their loving devotion was executed in an appropriate way, their love brought the Supreme Lord under their control. Still, to show the intensity of their love, he apparently left them. But now he again manifested himself among them, becoming spiritually present through their intense devotion. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padal Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre. Hare Krishna. Here Uddhava is glorifying the gopis and their intense love for Krishna, especially in separation. Today I would like to bring this aspect that not only gopis have got love for Krishna, and from them Uddhava also has learned how to love Krishna intensely. I want to bring it out that we all can love Krishna like the gopis and Uddhava by following the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada. And easy, very easily. Prabhupada, somebody asked Prabhupada, spiritual life is very difficult. Then Prabhupada replied, material life is impossible. So, when compared to material life, spiritual life is very easy. Right? So, in Telugu, we always say, Govinda sabke hai. Govinda sabke hai. When you go to the ocean, Prabhupada told, if your mind is disturbed, take a walk on the beach. That sound of the waves of the ocean will pacify your mind. It is called Samudra Gosha. Samudra Gosha. Why the ocean makes such a noise, sound? Because when somebody has something with them and they wanted to catch the attention of the people, they make some noise, some ajibsa noise, so that some different noise, so to catch the attention of the people. Like that, Samundar is making that ghosha, Samudra ghosha, that sound, creating that sound, to tell the people, everybody, that just see, Narayana means Nara Ayana, one who is in the water. So Narayana is always in the water. And not only that, all those people, all these rich people and all, they are poor people, everybody is hankering for one person, that is Lakshmi Devi. Right? That Mahalakshmi also came from me only. So because I got Lakshmi and Narayana, Lakshmi is my daughter, Narayana is my son-in-law. So he wanted to show to everybody. That is why Samundar is making noise, so that he will catch attention of all. See, look at my good fortune. One day, some clouds, Megha, approached Samundar. So they are, some, clouds also, they make thundering noise, right? So they approached Samundar, saying that, oh Samundar, your son-in-law is Narayana. We want to have darshan of Narayana. Can you facilitate your darshan of your son-in-law? So Samundar told, it seems, do your duties properly. Then I will see. So that is why Samundar is making ghosha. Get lost. Do your duty properly. Don't, desire unnecessarily. You won't get so easily. Like that. So the clouds are thinking how to get darshan of Krishna. So when Lord Nishingadev appeared, they could not go inside the Hiranyakashipu's bhavan and then stamba, and then he was there only for a few hours. Then he disappeared. So like that. When Lord Ramchandra appeared in the Chaitra Masa, there cannot be clouds. Right? In Chaitra Masa, that also in the bhavan of Dashrath Maharaj, Kaushalya Devi gave birth to Lord Ramchandra. But here, as soon as Krishna appeared, he was not there even for a few hours with Devaki and Vasudeva. Even though he was born as a Kshatriya, he just came out the same night. He didn't stay even one night also with Devaki and Vasudeva. Then Vasudeva, he was carrying Krishna, very beautiful Krishna, in his arms. And Meghas, already, Bhadrapad Mas, so they have appeared. Then he said, oh, Krishna appeared. Now at last our desire is fulfilled. And they came to see Krishna. All these Meghas, they have assembled. And when a great person, it is called, Kalagosha, means they are also very sweetly thundering. Meghas. Said, what? Because when a great person appears, they are welcomed with the music by playing mridangas and kartals and bheris and all that. Just like when Vasudeva was born, there was a blowing of the conches and bheris and all. That's why he is known as Anakadundubi, because he is going to give birth to Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is why they were making very nice, sweet sounds. Then so the Meghas, they had darshan of Krishna. Then the Meghas were talking to each other. Oh Megha, my friend, just see, he is of our same color. Nilmegha Sham. So why the clouds are black? Because black represents coolness. Black represents coolness. So this coolness, why in Kartik Mas, Sharadrutu Varsha, they are white because they already exhausted all their water. So these Sharadrutu Meghas, they don't have water. But Bhadrapada Masam, Shravan Masam, Meghas, they are blackish in color because they are containing water. So water is mercy. So the cool, those people who are starving, who are thirsting for water, they provide. So it is a mercy. Like that, the Meghas, when they saw Krishna, and then they are of the same color like them, they are very overjoyed. That is why they Ananda Bashpa, they shed the tears of joy. So that is why when Krishna appeared, it was raining. And so like that, why Krishna is blackish? Because he is very cool. He is very merciful. Right? So he came to shower the mercy on all of us. So Krishna, that is why he is easily available to everybody. That is the purpose of his incarnation. As noted by Sri Vedanta Desika in Yadava Abhyudayam, he gave 4 qualities, 4 characteristics of Krishna's appearance. One is Vatsalyata. Number 2, Saushilyata. Number 3, Saulabhyata. Number 4, Bhagavat-tata. Right? So he came out when Krishna was about to perform rasa dance with the gopis, and Krishna played flute. All the gopis, they came, and then very nice description was there. And then Parikshit Maharaj, sitting in amongst all these Mayavadis and impersonalists and different people, he had raised a question that the gopis are attracted because of lust towards Krishna. How is it possible for them, because within the 3 modes of nature, how it is possible for them to attain moksha? So Sukadeva Goswami, even though he understood the purpose of Parikshit Maharaj's question, he, in order to teach other people, he said, Uktam purastad etatte. Uktam purastad etatte. Chaidyam siddhihi yatagataha. Dvishan api rishikesham kimutad adokshaja priyaha. So here the word adokshaja came. Right? Adokshaja means adakritam adikrantam akshajam indriyajatam. One who cannot be known by these ordinary senses. Right? Or a, I, I, u. All these aksharas, whatever thing is written with these aksharas, that cannot actually describe Krishna. Beyond aksharas, adokshaja. Another meaning of adokshaja is he is found under the cot. That is why he is also known as adokshaja. Right? So, uktam purastad etatte chaidyam siddhim etagataha dvishan api rishikesham kimutad adakshaja priyaha. So Sukadeva Goswami replied, hey Parikshit, why did you ask this question again? Previously also I already explained that even though Chaitya, Shishupal, even though he is envious of Krishna, he attained perfection simply just by being envious of Krishna. So what to speak of the gopis? That is. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur very nicely explains what is meant by Rishikesha. Rishikesha means one who is the owner of the senses. So he says that even when Brahma, Shiva, Indra and all, when they went to have the meet with Lord Narayana, Vishnu, on the bank of Milk Ocean, they could not get darshan. So in that regard, Prabhupada says, without the permission of the Lord, even Brahma, Shiva and all, they cannot have darshan of the Lord. They only heard the voice of the Lord. The Lord, who is not accessible to senses of Brahma, Shiva and others, because he is Rishikesha, he came down to Braj to become accessible even to the lowest kind of people. That is meant by Rishikesha. Then Adokshaja Priya, Krishna, even though he is beyond the senses of everybody, because he is very dear to the gopis, he became very dear friend of Krishna, like that. Then he explains why he did not mention Aghasura of recent killing, why he didn't mention Shishupal. He wanted to show that Shishupal went back to Godhead, like that. In the next verse he says, Nunam nihirsheshaya artha vaktam bhagavato nrupa vyaktir bhagavato nrupa avyayasya aprameyasya cha nirgunam gunatmanam. So very beautiful. When Vishnu Thakur says, when Krishna appeared, he was equally merciful to both the devotees and the demons. So when the demons, when they were killed by Krishna, they got liberation. They also got liberation. Praptapta samyam asatam sudurlabha. That liberation for which all these impersonalists and Mayavadis and yogis and all, they practice meditation for millions of years. Then only they get liberation. But such liberation easily obtained by those people who are killed by Krishna. So when Krishna appeared, it seems, he has decided that anybody who has little contact with me, I will give them their ultimate goal, even though they don't practice properly also. Nihishreya means ultimate benefit. For some people, mukti, for some people, yoga siddhi, for some people, Krishna prema. So whoever want, I will give them. Right? Avyayasya means, even if Krishna gives himself to one devotee and many devotees, still if some devotees, if they aspire to get Krishna, he can give himself to them also. Avyayasya. Why? Because Apramesya is immeasurable. And then Nirgunam Gunatmanam. He is beyond the modes of nature. At the same time, he is the master of the modes of nature. Like that. Then Kamam Krodam Bhayam Sneham. Aikyam Sahurdam Evacha. Nityam Haro Vidadato. Yanti Tanmayam Hi Te. Right? So he says that somebody, Kamam out of lust, Krodam out of anger, Bhayam out of fear, Bhayam out of friendship, Sneham, Aikyam, those who want Sahajamukti, and then Sahurdam, friends. Whatever mood they have, I will actually, if they are associated with Krishna and if that have that mood towards Krishna, they will attain their perfection. Tanmayatam, So Vishnu Thakur says that Kamam, the gopis, Krodam, Shishupal, Bhayam, Kamsa, Sneham, Nanda Maharaj and coward boys, and Aikyam, some of the sages, Sahurdam, Suhurdam, these Pandavas and Vrishnis, all of them, they have achieved their perfection because they have that bhava towards Krishna. So Vishnu Jagat says that even now, if somebody hears these pastimes of Krishna, they will achieve the same result, whatever they have. If somebody has lusty feelings or if somebody has krodha, whatever, so they will achieve perfection. That is why, he says, Naichat Vishmayo, Rajan, Naisat Vishmayo Karyan, Bhavata, Bhagavati, Ajay. Yogeshwareshware Krishna. Na chetat vimuchyate. So, yatayetat vimuchyate. So, he concludes by saying this, don't be surprised, my dear Parikshit, by the wonderful activities of Krishna, because you yourself have seen from in the womb, how he entered the womb and saved you. In the same way, even though he is the, even though he is the son of Devaki, he is Aja, he is unborn. So even though he goes after the gopis and all, still he is the controller of all the yoga siddhis and all. He is the master of the yoga. Even though he is going around easily available, but he is still Bhagavan. Like that. So very nicely. So with this, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that Krishna is easily available to everybody. To everybody. So that is why we can actually, Bhagavatam is meant for giving Krishna Prema to everybody who reads this Bhagavatam. Everybody. So simply by reading Bhagavatam, once Vaishampayana Muni, Vedavyasa Muni, he gave various scriptures to Veda, Sam Veda gave it to somebody, some of his disciples, Rig Veda gave it to somebody. Like that he divided. Then Bhagavatam he gave it to Sukadeva Goswami. So Mahabharata he gave to Vaishampayana Muni. Vaishampayana Muni. So after Parikshit Maharaj, he was he left this world. Janmejay Maharaj, his son became a king. So once Vaishampayana Muni, he thought, if I teach this, Mahabharata is a very great scripture, containing 1,25,000 verses, something like that. So some people say 1 lakh, so some people say 1,25,000, whatever. So he went to Janmejay Maharaj, said, Maharaj, I want you to hear this Mahabharata. This is a story of your father, grandfather, great-grandfathers, and Krishna. And Janmejay Maharaj said, I am very busy. I don't have time. Like modern people, they say, I don't have time. Right? People are very busy. Right? Said, I am very busy. No, you must hear, because he thought if the king hears and spreads the message, people will take it up very seriously. No, I am very busy. No, you should hear. Then Janmejay Maharaj said, how many verses? Vaishampayana will say, only 1,25,000 verses. Oh my God, it will take so much time. I don't have time. Then Vaishampayana Muni said, at least hear one parva. Then Janmejay Maharaj asked, how many verses? At least 30,000 verses. No, too much. I don't have time. Said, Vaishampayana said, at least hear one chapter. Upasarga. 18 Upaparva, 18 Parvas, and then 18 Upaparvas are there. Right? Subsidiary stories. At least hear one Upaparva. How many verses? 3,000-4,000 verses. No, I don't have time. I don't have time. Then at least hear one chapter. How many verses? And 300 to 400 verses. No, I don't have time. Right? Then he said, at least hear one verse. Then Maharaj Janmejay said, okay, one verse. He said, okay, I will not teach one, you are too impudent. I will give you only one line. One line I will tell you. He said, what? Dvavimau purushau mudhau, he said. What? Dvavimau purushau. in this world, there were only two foolish people, मूर्खास. Huh? ऐसा कैसा बोल रहे हो? There must be so many. Then he said, give me one more line. He said, Duryodhana Dasanane. There are only two foolish people in the world, मूर्खास. Who are they? Duryodhana and Ravanasur. और बताओ, ऐसा कैसा? Only two people? Why? He said, Gograhanam Vanamangam cha. Third line. What is this Gograhanam Vanamangam? What happened after that? Društva yuddham punah. So the meaning of this verse is that there are only two foolish people, mudhas in this world. One is Duryodhan, another is Dashanan, Ravanasur. Even though Duryodhan saw Arjuna defeating Gograhanam, Gograhanam means Virat Yudh. Gograhanam. Go means cows. When cows were stolen by Kaurava family, Kaurava Sena, Arjuna went to fight alone. So there, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Krupacharya, Ashwathama, Duryodhan, Dushasan, all the Kuruviras are there. Right? Arjuna did not even have a proper chariot driver. Uttar Kumar, Darpok, Kaya Ravo. He was shaking, right? In Telugu, he's a notorious guy. Uttar Pragalbal means if somebody is बहुत ही अपने आप को प्रेज करता है ना, फेंकता है बोलते हैं ना, फेंकता है बोलते उत्तर, don't be like Uttar Kumar, because he was telling, I will finish them off, I will bring, then he was asking Uttara, what do you want? He said, they are very, very nice, pagadis and all, cloth, bring them. I will bring, gulabi of Karna, white kapda, all that. He was, when he saw, he started wetting his pants. So, Brahmanala said, no, I will fight, you drive. So Arjuna alone, he fought all the heroes and defeated them. Duryodhana saw with his own eyes. Gograhanam. And then Vanabangam cha, one monkey came and destroyed the entire Lanka. After that, after Hanuman went, it seems, all the Rakshasas, they are having a photograph of Hanuman, it seems. You know why? Because बहुत ही पुराना शहर पुराना हो गया, घर पुराना हो गया. जाके रावणासुर, we can't tell Ravanasur, हमको, we want new houses. When Hanuman came and burnt all the houses, Ravanasur built new houses for them. So then that's why they are thanking Hanuman. Thank you. They are keeping the photograph of Hanuman, it seems. Oh, it is. Even after seeing this, Društva yuddham punah. They went to war with them. Duryodhana went to war with Arjuna. Ravanasur went to war with Hanuman, headed by Lord Ramchandra. Then Janmeshwara said, what is this Gograhanam? What is this Gograhanam? Can you tell? For that you have to hear the entire story. Okay, come sit. Then he narrated the entire Mahabharata. Then he asked to Janmejaya Maharaj, Vaishnampayana, said, I have explained entire Mahabharata, Chatur Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha and all. Of all these four, what did you like most? What did you like most? Then Janmejaya Maharaj said, I didn't like any of them. I didn't like any of them. Then Vaishnampayana said, what is this? I worked so much effort I took so much effort, and then I narrated this. You didn't like anything? No, I didn't like all these things. But the thing that you have narrated this entire pastime, you are speaking, I am hearing. This is what I liked. Beyond this, we don't want anything. We don't want anything, because Mahabharata, the Vyasadeva in the beginning itself, he made it very clear that These, in order to show the cruel activities of Duryodhan Kauravas, in order to show the satkarma of pious activities of Yudhishthira Maharaj, and in order to establish Vasudeva as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am writing this scripture, Mahabharata. So then he established also with Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra and all that. Bhagavad-gita in the middle, and then Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra in the end. Like that. Then, after that, even after writing this Mahabharata, still Vyasdeva was not satisfied. Then he wrote Bhagavatam entirely describing Krishna's pastimes. Right? Krishna's pastimes. So, then the benediction is given that, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Right? Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. So, in this regard, Vishwanath Thakur comments that one should hear Bhagavatam. Laya means either death or moksha. Alaya means beyond death or beyond moksha, that is Krishna Prema, Pancham Purushartha. So one must hear Bhagavatam till the time we get Krishna Prema. That is the meaning of Pibata Bhagavatam Asmalayam. Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha. Then in second canto Bhagavatam, second chapter, last verse, Sukadeva Goswami says that Pibantiye Bhagavataha Atmana Satam Katamritam Shravana Puteshu Sambritam Punantihe Vishaya Vidushitayashayam Vrajanti Tat Charanar Vindanam. So, it's a beautiful verse. You can read the Prabhupada. Simply by reading this Bhagavatam about Krishna, which is, who is very dear to the devotees, by hearing about Krishna. And then Katamritam Shravana Puteshu Sambritam. Sambritam is fully. If somebody fills his ears with Krishna Katha, Katamritam, right? Just like when Krishna, all these gopis were crying, Krishna asked them, if you have so much love for me, when I am not there, how you remained alive? Then gopis said, Tava katamritam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapaham shravana mangalam shrimadatatam bhuvi grunantite bhuridajana. My dear Krishna, we are always talking about you, your katha. So it is Amrit. That is why it is not allowing us to die. Otherwise we would like to die. So your katha is only saving us. Katamritam. Tava katamritam. Like that, Tava katamritam. So katamrit. So punanti vishaya vidushitashayam. Vishaya vidushitashayam means desire for unlimited sense enjoyment. One will become free from these unlawful desires for lording it over material nature. Like that. And then Vrajanti Tat Charanar Charanarvinda. So they will go towards the lotus feet of Shri Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that according to Jiva Goswami, this is Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Prabhupada writes that one who hears Bhagavad-gita and Srimad Bhagavatam every day and sufficiently, you fill the ears with Bhagavad Katha, automatically you will get Krishna Prema. You will go back to Golok Vrindavan. Right? So that is why we should hear Krishna Katha on a regular basis every day, and then we should actually then we will become fortunate like these gopis and the gopas, Nanda Maharaj and all that. There is one very famous devotee in Tamil Nadu, Shiva Vaishnava Sampradaya. His name is Kuruttalvar. So he lived in Kanchipuram. So when he would go to Kanchipuram, Varadaraj temple, so he would say, very beautiful deity, Varadaraj temple. So he saw the Lord, the Lord, of course Krishna is always playing flute and all. There in South India temples, the Lords are standing. One is Abhay Hastam another is Varadhastam. This is Abhayhastam, this is Varadhastam. So Kurutalvar, he saw the Lord, oh Lord, Vardarajan, why you are blackish in color, but why your hands are red in color? Then he wrote a very nice poem saying that, oh, when you are small, you are crawling on the, the Vraja Bhumi, in the Goshala and all. So that is why your hands must have become red. Oh, when you are a little bit grown up, Mother Yashoda called you and said, as per our Vaishya tradition, you must take care of the cows. So she gave a stick because you are very Sukumar. Because of carrying the stick, I think your hands must have become red. Right? Master. Oh, when you are grown up also, when in the Kurukshetra war, you are catching hold of the reins and driving the chariot, you are working very hard. So that is why your soft hands became reddish. Like that he was glorifying. One day, Narad Muni, he was rushing. He saw some beautiful pastime in Vraj. Then he was running. Then Brahmaji, he was coming via Brahmalok. He said, hey Narad, where are you going? Where are you going? Then he said, wait, I am in a hurry. So Brahmaji thought, something very wonderful is happening. I think he is running. So I will also go with him. So he also came. So they are coming via Kailash. So they say, hey Narad, what is happening? Why are you in a hurry? Where are you going? No, right. I don't have time now. So Lord Shiva also thought, what is this? Something is wonderful happening. So I will also go. Like that. So they also came running. Then all Indra, Chandra, all the demigods, they came. Right? So Narad Muni directly came to Vraj. So Yashoda Mata recognized Narad Muni and said, hey Narad, welcome. Then she gave some buttermilk and all. I said, what is happening? Then Kimbu Mastvam Yashode Katikati Sukruta Kshetra Brundani Purvam Gatva Kidruk Vidhane Katikati Sukruta Nyarjitani Tvayai Na Shakro Na Swayambhurna Cha Madaniripurabhyasya Lebe Prasadam Tatpurnam Brahma Bhumau Vilutati Vilapan Krona Marud Kamaha. Says, he was addressing Yashoda Aap. Kim नारद मुनि क्या हो गया आपको मेरे को इतना रेस्पेक्ट क्यों दे रहे हो अरे you don't know. I said, what? I would like to know what all pious activities you have done, what austerities you have performed, where all punya kshetras you visited, which all tirthas you have taken bath. That this your son is playing in your courtyard. Just see, which is not, you got the mercy. Just look into the sky. So he said, what? Nothing. She was looking some hazy. Then he gave her some Divya Drishti. There he saw Brahmaji. He said, see that 4-headed fellow? He is Brahma. That 5-headed, 3 anka wala? Shiva. Sahasraksha, 1,000 eyes, is Indra. Yeah, so all this demigods. So they didn't get this opportunity. You got that opportunity. What is that? See, that boy is playing in your. So there Krishna came. So he was actually rolled in the Vrajabhumi. So all these gopis, they do Rangoli, na? Rangoli. So he rolled in that Rangoli. So he became white. So he was looking like Lord Shiva. Say, no, he is not my son. No, aapka hi beta hai. So when all these demigods they come, so Brahmaji they're all standing in the queue. So they want to have darshan. Then somebody comes, breaks the queue. Said Brahma says, follow the seniority. I am the most senior. So somebody breaks the line. Then Brahmaji is protesting. Right? In Tirupati and all, they stand in the queue, like that. then they sing like that. So it seems Indra brings all these demigods and devatas and all, and they give, they have this, token, badge, and then they make them stand. Then they have darshan of Balaji. Then they become so enchanted by darshan of Balaji, beauty of the Balaji. There is a, stampede-like thing, rushing. Then Indra chastises that, if you follow the discipline, otherwise I will not, bring you here again. Then the demigods are saying, take your badge, we will stay back here and stay here only, serve the Lord. So like that, so they have to stand in, Brahma, Shiva and all, they have to stand in the queue to get darshan. And then all these Nityasuris, they come and, they give him pan and all that. So this is the mercy of the Lord. So Narada Muni is asking, what did you do? Like we have on Sunday that verse is there, you have to perform austerities, visit Tirtha Yatras and other places like that. You have to do bhakti like that. So, so Narada Muni is asking what austerities you have performed, which Tirtha Yatra you did. Arey Baba, I have not done anything. If I have done all these things, why I would take birth, in village, all that, No, you are very, very fortunate. That is why, let some people worship, read Mahabharata, let some people worship impersonal Brahman, but ahamiha nandam vande tasyalinde, Paramatmana. So, I will worship only Nanda Maharaj, in whose courtyard, Krishna, Supreme Brahman is playing, or he is tied to, vocal, rolling stone, like that. So, so all this Krishna became easily accessible, easily available to all the devotees, to all classes of people. Mamhi partha vyapashrishya epishu papa yoneha striya vaishya tata sudra. So it is said that for many years, I had this problem that, when Lord Ramchandra, when he retrieved Sita, he said, because you stayed for 1 year, you have to do Agni Pariksha. Rama was very strict. And then, after that again, he, when the Dobi commented, so Rama left Sita, because I am getting bad name, like that. But if you see Krishna, 16,100, right? 16,100, the princes, they were in the qaid of, in the jail of Narakasur, Bhamasur. Prabhupada, I'm always surprised, why, they must have been spoiled by Narakasur, right? They must have lost their character because he kidnapped them. He must have touched them. But why Krishna accepted them without even all this Agni Pariksha and all? Did anybody get that doubt? Huh? I had this problem. I said, how Krishna accepted like that? But somehow when we read also, we miss out, we miss out. So again, other day I was reading first canto, 10th chapter, So there I found, all this Anyonyam Asit Sanjalpa, Uttama Shloka Chetasa, Kauravendra Purastrinam, Sarvashruti Manoharam. All those ladies, Kuru's ladies, they have assembled and they were showering flowers on Krishna when Krishna is leaving for Dwarka. So they were speaking about Anyonyam Asit Sanjalpa. They are speaking about among themselves the glories of Krishna. So Krishna liked it so much, Sarvashruti Manoharam. He liked it more than Vedic chants, their talk. There's, ladies' simple talk. So they were actually talking, in that talks, I found this verse, where even though all these ladies, they were kidnapped by, Narakasur, they have actually, when they surrendered to Krishna, Krishna accepted them. Krishna accepted them. Mami partha vyapashritya yepishu papayonaya striya vaisha tata sudra tepi yanti param gatim. So Prabhupada quoted this verse in the purport that, anybody who surrenders to Krishna, anybody who surrenders to Krishna, whatever may be his past background, immediately Krishna takes charge and purifies them. Then he did not reject them because, their character is lost. Because they have surrendered to Krishna, so Krishna accepted them. Then they became, Ranis, and then they were loving Krishna, and so the Kuru Stris, they are actually praising Nunam Vratasnana Hute Dineshwaraha Samarchitaya Yadasya Gruhita Panibihi Pibanti Ahasaki Adaramrita Muhur Vrajastriya Sama Muhur Yadashayaha. He said, what austerities and penances these ladies have performed, that Krishna has accepted their pani, their hands, and then they are drinking the nectar from Adaramritam. The Vrajagopis, simply that thought of drinking the nectar from Krishna's mouth, it makes them faint. How fortunate these ladies are. Like that. So Krishna doesn't see our background, whether bad qualities we have or anything. So only one thing that Krishna sees, that how much we surrender to Krishna, how much we accepted him, right? How much we accepted him. So we must actually understand. Prabhupada writes, in the beginning we must read Bhagavad-gita very thoroughly and understand the Krishna Tattva given by Krishna, and then proceed to hear Bhagavatam with Shraddha. Then you will get love of Krishna. Right? So that consciousness we should develop. Like, in 4th chapter Bhagavad-gita, Krishna explains, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naitimam etisu Arjuna. So Prabhupada writes, just understanding this one verse, you will go back to Godhead. We understand that Krishna's birth and Krishna's activities are transcendental. Then what happens? Prabhupada writes in 7th canto, 5th chapter, that we must take form of the Lord and do research, and then find out thoroughly about that Lord and his form. Then we should meditate on that form. So Ramanuja also says that Jnana tapasa vitaraga bhayakroda manmaya mam upashita bahavo jnana tapasa putamat bhavamagataha. So what is Jnana tapasa? So Jnana tapasa means, he says, we must sit down and do research how Krishna's pastimes and Krishna's janma is transcendental. Then you will become like Krishna. Bhavo jnana tapasa, puta, you will become purified. Bhavamagataha. Then what? You will become like Krishna. Like Krishna means, what is Krishna's consciousness? Krishna is Vitaraga Bhayakroda. He is free from Raga, Bhaya and Krodha. So, if you think about Krishna and accept that Krishna's pastimes and Krishna's janma is transcendental, you will also become free from Vitaraga Bhayakroda. Then Ramanuja says that I will make his janma, such a person, his janma and his activity is also transcendental. Just like Prabhupada. We always glorify Prabhupada. Why? Because his janma and his activities became transcendental. Because Prabhupada was describing wonderfully how Krishna's janma and activities are transcendental. Throughout his books. Otherwise, ye yathamam prapadyante tam sita vajamyaham. If they think that my janma and my activities are mundane, I will also make them go through Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi and make their lives mundane. So this is how we understand these 3 verses. Then Krishna says, Namam karmani limpanti, name karmafale spruha, itimam yobijananti, karmabir nasavadhyate. I don't have any asakti for doing any karma. Then I don't have any asakti for fruits of my activities. One who understands this, he will also become free from karma. Karma bir. So it's very easy, right? In this world, so difficult to get out of this karma bandhan. But if you simply understand that Krishna has nothing to do with material activities, namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spruha, but he has no desire for fruits of his activities, then we will also become free from karmic bandhan. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhi kurkarmaive tasvatmam purvataram kritam. Previously also, many self-realized souls acted with this transcendental consciousness. They became free. My dear Arjuna, you follow in their footsteps and perform your work. So, when we are in this world, we should work like this, with this consciousness that Krishna's activities. Then, yasya sarve samarambha. Then he goes on, kim karma, kim akarma, kavayo atra mohitaha, tatte karma pravakshami. Yajnatva mokshasya ashubhat. Even intelligent people, they will not know what is karma, what is akarma, what is vikarma and all. Right? I will tell you all these things, my dear Arjuna, so that if after hearing, after knowing, you will become free from all misfortune. Right? Then, yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjita jnanagni dagda karmani tamahuhu panditam buddha. A person said to be in knowledge, if all his endeavors are free from desire for sense gratification. Prabhupada translates. Such an intelligent person, the sages describe such an intelligent person that all his karmic activities are burnt in the fire of knowledge. So Prabhupada writes beautifully in the purport that what is this fire of knowledge? When one understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am his eternal servant. This knowledge that I am the eternal servant of Krishna is compared to fire. When we work with this knowledge that I am an eternal servant of Krishna, then all our karmic activities are burnt. Then he is not bound by, we are not bound by any more karma. Right? So, Prabhupada writes in 7th canto, 5th chapter, 23rd verse, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. He described Shravanam Kirtanam, then Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam. So, in this Dasyam section, Prabhupada writes that anybody who is always thinking that I am an eternal servant of Krishna, he gets the result of performing all 9 processes of devotional service. All 9 processes. So with this consciousness, when we work, whenever we are working, we will become free from karma bandhan. Then Prabhupada writes in Yasya Sarva Samarambha that one must work with love for Krishna. Right? So when we are doing any service, we should perform that out of love for Krishna. Not that, if I'm IMF preacher, I'll gather so many followers. If I'm a congregational preacher, so much congregation I will build so that I will get. So if I'm a life membership collector, I will collect money so that I'll become number 1 and then they announce my name. So this is not, this consciousness of I am eternal servant of Krishna. Right? I am an eternal servant of Krishna. It is my duty to serve the Lord. Prabhupada, once, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and others, they were discussing that we should give quota. Like every time Ramnami comes, Janmashtami comes, they give quota. Prabhupada, Ramarupa, you collect 100 kalash, 150 kalash, like that. So they give quota. Like that, books also, we give quota. So and so group, distribute. This Prabhupada condemned. Prabhupada condemned. He said, why? Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Guru, they are all discussing, we should give quota and all. Prabhupada said, oh, is this Tamal's idea? Prabhupada said, no. We should make devotees enthusiastic so that they will do their best. They will do their best. Once one devotee wrote to Prabhupada saying that Prabhupada, we were preaching in Madurai, but we could not make even one member. But we went to some nearby village, we made so many members like that. Prabhupada said, your problem is you are not concentrating on your service, you are concentrating on results. You are always, karma kanda, always worried about results. Perform devotional service, like that. So Prabhupada writes, in that purport, that Nirasir yata chittatma tyaktva sangan parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnobdi kilvishaha. Right? Nirasir, without desire for results. Yata chittatma, by controlling the mind and intelligence, one performs only one's needs of the body. Then one gives up the Tyaktva Sangan Parigraha, the sense of proprietorship. Sense of proprietorship. Then such a person works only for the maintenance of the body. Then he will become Kurvanapnoti Kilvishaha. He will become free from all sinful reactions. Like that. So Prabhupada writes, devotee is not even worried about his maintenance. Maintenance. If he is not worried about the protecting the possessions he already has, he is only interested in serving Krishna out of love. And then Krishna takes care of them. So with this consciousness, we should work. At the same time, hear Bhagavat Katha on a regular basis. Then we can also get love of Krishna, like all these gopis and all. Like that is, but Radharani is saying, Yad anucharita leela karnaputeshu viprut sakrit adana vidhuta dvandva dharma vinastha. Right? Sapati gruha kutumbam deenam usricha deena bahuviha vihanga vikshucharyam charante. Anybody who hears even once little bit of Krishna's pastimes which are going on, anucharita, long time, dvandva dharma vinastha, he will become, his duality of bodily concept of life, happiness, distress and all will be destroyed. Radharani is saying that don't hear Krishna Katha. Vishnu Chakra writes beautiful commentary. Don't hear Krishna Katha. Why? What happens? If you hear Krishna Katha even little bit once, what happens? You are, what to speak of simply by hearing and what to speak of understanding the tattva, it will give happiness to the mind. The duality of this material world is destroyed. Then when a husband hears about Krishna, he will give up attachment to wife. And the wife hears about Krishna, she will give up the attachment to husband. If the children hear about Krishna, they will give up the attachment to mother, father. If the mother hears about Krishna, she will give up attachment to children. Then they will become mendicants. Then, actually devotees are very nice, their hearts are very soft-hearted, but when they hear about Krishna regularly, they also will become hard-hearted like Krishna. Then all his qualities they will acquire, cheating and all. And then as soon as they hear about Krishna, they become so hard-hearted that they give up all connection to wife, children, everybody, even though they are begging, even though they don't have anything to eat, they simply give it up. Even if somebody is dying also, they will not even offer Krishna grass. They have become so this thing. So then what they do? Because they become so mad about Krishna that they don't even carry enough money. They don't tie enough money in their chadar. Previously they used to tie, like that. They just leave. They just leave and they come to Vrindavan. So then Gopis asked, what do? They beg. There, bahuviha vihanga bhikshucharyam charanti. Just like the birds, they take whatever they need. Like that, whatever little food they get, they take from here and there. All this Vrindavan mein, all these widows and all, they do. Nowadays, of course, so many devotees are distributing prasad free in Vrindavan. Better to go to Vrindavan. Morning, one place, afternoon, another place. Night, there is one devotee from Karnataka giving idli dosa, it seems. very hot idlis and all like that. So anyway, they are like that. Then they suffer like us. They come to Vrindavan and they suffer like us. All these Vyasadeva, Narada Muni and all, they are the biggest cheaters in the world. Krishna appointed them. They carry Bhagavatam and other scriptures under their arms and go around and they throw the net and convince everybody that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they bring them to his lotus feet. Then once they come, Krishna decides, just like I gave suffering to gopis, I will give suffering to these people also. That is where Radharani is saying, don't hear to Krishna Katha. This is called Vyajya Stuti. So that means, she is saying that hear Krishna Katha, all your material life will be finished. Then Prabhupada writes, after hearing Bhagavatam, if your Vishaya Vidushitashayam, this your asakti for Vishaya is not going, hear very carefully. Prabhupada says, such people are pseudo devotees. Nothing can be done about them. Be careful. Right? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Anybody has any questions? Idhar hai mic?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the nice lecture. You said that anybody who will come in the contact with the Krishna, they get the liberation, just like the demons also get the liberation. So when the Krishna will come as a Kalki Avatar, so he will kill.
Not talking about Kalki Avatar, Krishna Avatar.
Okay.
Vishnu Thakur says in the 10th canto, 13th chapter, Naitad Vichitram Manujarba Mainaha Paravaranam Paramasya Vedasaha Agopi Yasya Sparsha Dautapatakaha Praptapta Samyam Asatam Sudurlabataha. Aghasura is personified sin. Because Krishna touched him, he became so glorious that he got Sarupya Mukti, which is not possible for all these Asatam. Like that. In that purport, Vishnu Thakur says, when Krishna came, he released a flood of mercy. Anybody who came in contact even a little bit with that water of the mercy of the Lord, they became Krishna conscious and went back to God. So that is special prerogative of Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, not all the avatars. When Lord Nrsimhadev came, he did not give mukti to Hiranyakashipu. He had to take birth again as Ravanasur. When Lord Ramchandra came, he did not give mukti to Ravanasur. He had to take birth as Shishupal. But Shishupal went back to God.
Okay.
So that is the speciality of Krishna. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I think Adilila part 2, that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he broke open the seal of flood of love of Krishna. All those devotees of ISKCON, they will drown in this love of Godhead, Samundar. All those people who are staying outside, they will also drown in this love of Godhead, ocean of love of Godhead. All those people who are helping ISKCON, they will also drown in this flood of love of Godhead. And all those people who say ISKCON devotees are very nice, they will also drown in the love of Godhead. These Mayavadis only, they will float.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ठीक है. गंधराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम